Hello, this time we're going to learn how to create a random number. So I've got my script prepared already. I created a new game object and I attached the script to it. So let's open the script, and here maybe I'll get rid of the comments. And inside the start method, let's create the first random number. We want to do something with it, so at the first, let's just print it out in the console. So I just use print method, and inside that method, we are creating this random number. We have to use a random class and then just get into it and use a range method. Now just put parentheses, and as you can see, we've got some tip that we should provide the float min and float max. This is a one of two options. As you can see, there is one of two. We can create a number of type float, so it will be a decimal number, or we can, if you press the button down, we can create an integer number that will be the whole number. So let's first create some float number. So as you can see, we have to provide the float minimum and float max. And as the description says, return a random float number between min inclusive, this is important, and max inclusive, that's important as well. So it means that the min and max value will be included in this range. So if you want to get some numbers from 0.1 to 0.2f, you will get 0.1 and 0.2 and anything that is between it. Let's just have a look. Just press play, open the console tab, and as you can see, you've got 0.12. Now we want to get some integer number. I will just edit this method so we can get some integer values like so. And here we've got a tip. I will just press the button down so we are moved to this integer option. And here we do the same thing. We provide minimum and maximum, but as the description says, it returns the number between minimum inclusive, which is the same, and max exclusive, which is different. So in case we want to get numbers from 1 to 10, we have to specify the minimum, which is 1, and we want to get this 10, but the 10, the max, is exclusive, so it's not within the range. We have to increase this range in order to get it. So if we want to get 10, we have to add 1 to it, so it will be 11, because the max is exclusive. Press play and see that we've got a 5. If I press play again, we should see some other number, but we're still seeing 5, and once more, and it's 9. I just hope that there will be no 5, because you would say, oh, this is not a random number, you've got 5 all the time, what's going on? But this is his random number, so don't worry about it. And we will use this random range and this random number quite a lot, because this is fun to have some randomness in the games. If everything was the same, if all the enemies were spawned in the same place and so on, that would not be fun. And thanks to the randomness, we have more joy of playing it. This is very often that we will assign the result of this randomness to some variable. So let's create an int variable and call it rand and assign the result of this random range value to it. And let's say we are going to create some app that will get dice throwing result. So we know that normal dice that we use in board games has dots from 1 to 6. So you want to, just simulate it to get some random number from 1 to 6 inclusive. So let's get 1, 2. We would put 6, but because the max is exclusive, we have to add 1 to it. So it would be 7. And just put semicolon at the end. And let's print the result in the console. So we are printing the rand variable. And now just go to Unity, press play and see the result. 5. Again 5. This 5 is quite common to be picked. 1. Okay. So maybe very soon, once we know some more basic stuff when it comes to programming, we'll just create this kind of app that we are going to pick a number from 1 to 6 so that we will simulate the dice throwing